Hello there, and welcome to episode 34 of Adventures in Knitting with Jen. My name is Jen, and this is my little knitting corner where I talk about all things knitting, what I'm making, what I want to make, and all that kind of thing. All that stuff. I hope you've had a good 2 weeks. I've had a very eventful 2 weeks. Yeah, lots going on, which I will talk about in a minute. This will probably be the last podcast. Might be the last podcast of December or this year. Because in 2 weeks, when I would normally be making another episode, I'll be flying home. Our school holidays start, our last day of work is December 15th. So everyone that can is on a 7 o'clock flight that night, including me. Then the next day, I will be flying home. It's be home the 16th. So excited. I can't wait to be home, miss my family, can't wait to see them. And yeah, Christmas is going to be insane this year because I bought a house. Yeah, crazy. I mean, I think I can say that now. I signed the papers on Tuesday. And we get the keys next Monday. So, exciting times. And then we're moving December 18th. So I literally get home, relax for a day, and then I'm moving. So, Christmas is going to be crazy, settling into a new house. And then families arriving the 23rd. Most of them, 22nd, 23rd. And yeah, the party begins. Crazy! Yeah, my mom will be living with me. She'll be living there full time. I'm not leaving here. I am still going to be teaching up here. If you are new here, sorry, if you are new here, I am a teacher in a community in Northern Ontario. Yeah, so I'm here for 10 months of the year, and I'm home for 3 weeks at Christmas and 2 months in the summer. And that's it, really. Home is outside of Ottawa. So my the new house is about 20 minutes away from where I used to live. So it's good, nice and close to my brother and his wife. So I was living with my brother and his family and their 5 kids. My mom and I were living there with him, but they're getting older. Kids are getting older. They need more room. So they'll get it now, which will be good. And Mom and I get our own space, which is going to be amazing. So exciting. Yeah, it's a small little house, but it's just what we need. And the timing has been perfect. Like, it's a total God thing, the timing, because I get home the 6th, or I close the 11th, and I'm home the 16th. Like, perfect timing. Because if I had bought a house in January or February, I wouldn't have been able to go home until June. That would have been awful. So this worked out perfectly. A week. Yeah. And my mom, of course, she's so excited. She's already half packed, maybe 3/4 packed. I knew she would be. And she's already going to start as soon as she gets the keys. So she's going to be the one that goes get the keys, of course. And she's going to start moving stuff right away, which I knew she would. She's so excited. And then settling in. I want a real tree. I want a real tree this year. We always have fake trees, but I want a real one for my first Christmas in my own house. What? I can't believe it. Yeah. So exciting. Anyways, that's the big news. So, pretty big news. Yeah, it's going to be an adjustment for the family. I mean, we're used to be so crammed together, which we kind of like, so I probably won't see my nephews as much as I used to when I'm home, but I'm going to make the effort to. It's only 20 minutes away to go spend as much time as I can there, but also trying to settle in. So yeah, and then the next, I might do a house tour if you want a little house tour after we're settled in. I could maybe do that. But that might be the only video if that happens. Between here and the new year. Exciting. I hope you guys have good Christmases. I know it can be hard for some people. We will be missing my dad. Yeah, a lot, but it'll be our third Christmas without him. Also, if you're new here. My dad passed away in April 2020, so it's still pretty fresh. Still pretty fresh, but I know he would have loved it. Oh, I'm gonna get teary-eyed. He would have loved it. The original plan was he and Mom were gonna move in with me, but yeah, that's not obviously happening. But we are gonna plan a little memorial thing for him. So when he passed, he loved eagles. He loved eagles. It was his favorite animal, one of his favorite animals. And so my mom had a little eagle statue. Well, it's pretty big, actually. It's like, yeah, made. And she was gonna put it on his grave, but then they said she could, and then they said no, she can't. So we have it at our church right now, but we have a little garden. It's a little established garden already in the corner. It's a little corner property. So in one corner, there's a little square, kind of like secret garden, all enclosed, like a wall all around it and everything. I can't wait to see what is there. And there's a pond. I'm so excited about that. A little pond. So my mom was like, what about putting the eagle there? I was like, yes, 100% immediately, yes. So we're gonna wait until everybody can be there, for my siblings, most of them anyways, and maybe invite some other friends that he had that are special to us, and we're just gonna have a little, yeah, install it in the garden and a little celebration, memory of him. That'll be nice in the summer. So yeah, maybe I'll show you a picture of that when it comes time. Anyways, it'll be a busy next couple weeks with school, Christmas concerts and all that, getting that ready with my students, and staff party, and which is always fun. They do a good party here. It's fun. Last year was a blast. So lots to look forward to this December. Yeah. So that's what's going on with me. What am I wearing? All right, so I'm wearing my So Faded cardigan by Andrea Mowry, which I love. And yeah, so this yarn is the yarn that I dyed myself, which, yes, I haven't done in a long time, but I will get to. So there's a little shed in our new house, and I'm going to turn it into my dye studio, so you can probably look forward to some dyeing videos this summer, hopefully. I have indigo dye that I really want to try, but I wasn't able to last summer, so hopefully this summer I'll get, because I'm not going anywhere. Usually when I go home, I'm traipsing all over the place visiting people, but now, sorry, you're gonna have to come visit me, because I'm not going nowhere this summer. Farthest I'm going is like an hour. I'm going to be a homebody this summer. Get settled in my house. So, this is, let me see if I can remember everything. Most of it up here, you can hardly tell. There's a little bit of but it's lilac and dandelion. They're so similar. The light yellow. You can't even really tell, I don't think. The difference, no. Maybe a little bit here. Yeah, maybe you could see a little bit here. Dandelion and lilac, so light. But pretty, I like it. And then the rest of it is cedar. The sleeves are cedar. And the bottom part, this is cedar. 2 different batches, so they're different colors. And then the green collar is osage with iron. So it made it green. Yeah, I love it. And this was knit picks. The yarn, the base was just undyed knit picks. I had a lot of fun doing this. I just had all these colors together and I'm like, oh my goodness, let's make a cardigan. And I love this cardigan. It's so comfy. It's oversized, but that's good. Just so cozy. I love it. All right. Finished objects. It's all about the gift knits. I'm so excited about these. Okay, so I've finished Luigi. Here he is. I actually like his face a lot better than Mario, but I'm not changing it. No, it's so fiddly. Somebody messaged me and was like, oh, you should change his mustache. It looks like a smile. You should make it bigger. I'm like, no. Like, I see what you're saying, but no. Yeah, no. So I did Luigi a little better. Of course, second time round, right? And the pattern originally was knit flat, but I did it almost all in the round as much as I could. I didn't do the legs in the round. I did not do the legs in the round because I couldn't figure out how to do them well. So they're seamed, but I'm so silly. I'm like, this one, I seamed it on the outside. I'm like, duh, Jen. So this one, I did it better. And I pulled them inside out. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of that first. Like, brain fart. Anyways. These are for my nephews. Yeah. Oh, I also messed up his hand here. You can see this hand's better. But whatever. Kids don't mind. I knit these with Cascade 220. They're heathered. DK. I love this. I really should make a podcast or a thing about, well, maybe I'll record a clip when I'm home, when I have my other nephew stuffies. So, like, you might think, oh, use superwash for stuffies because kids are going to be playing with them. You want them to be soft. Well, I knit my first stuffy with acrylic. Never again. Never again. I mean, you would think that's what you should use for a kid's toy and not wool. 100% wool. But it looks rough now because acrylic pills like nobody's business. And yeah, so that was the first stuffy I made. The second one I made with 100% wool. It still looks like the day I made it. And it's been 2 years. A little raccoon. It's a pathetic looking raccoon, but because I didn't know how to do instarsia then. I kind of know now, but I still haven't tried it fully yet. But anyways, wool, go with wool. I mean, it's not the softest, but they're going to last. They are going to last. So yeah, I love them. Mario and Luigi, they got little hair. And you can see that his hat, his hat is maybe a little smaller, but I love them. And I think they'll love them too. They're so cute. Yeah. And of course, these colors aren't like accurate colors because, oh, my nose is itchy. So much mohair going around in here. But this was the only colors that I could find. I ordered it from the Knitting Loft, and you just have to look through and pick the colors you think. But I'm really pleased. I had to sew on everything with his ears and his hair and everything and his sideburns, but it looks pretty good, I think. And I picked up stitches. So you're supposed to make the hat separate and then sew it on, but I picked up stitches all around and then knit it. And then I picked up stitches for his little brim. What do you call that? I need a drink of water here. Brim? Hat brim? And I just did a garter stitch. But I think it looks great. Yeah. I definitely like Luigi's face better, but whatever. They're so cute. So pernickety. There's the backs. I did, you were supposed to, in the pattern, you were supposed to just knit like 3 rows. of stockinette stitch and then sew it on, but I didn't want to do that. So I picked up 4 and I did double knitting. So it looks I think it looks really good. Yeah. So that's the big one. They're matching set. So that's one pair of nephews taken care of. They're also the ones that I'm knitting sweaters for. So they'll get a sweater and a stuffy. Hopefully. I haven't started the second sweater. And there's 4 weeks till Christmas. 3 weeks till Christmas. I'm starting it Monday and I'm going to rush through it. It's only a size 6. He's 5 years old, so I'm making the size 6. So hopefully it won't take me that long. It'll be my top priority. So the other set of nephews, big boys, are getting these. Oh my word. I'm so pleased. So this is by Christy Hougthon of Yarn Cafe Creations. She also is a yarn dyer and seller, but she created this pattern a little while ago called the Sinister Slouch. So Mav and Locke are getting this. The other one is a Stormtrooper. So I haven't started it yet. I just need to do it. But I'm so pleased with this. And this yarn is Double Sunday, which I really liked. It was the first time I've ever used it, and it's soft. Pretty soft, because I don't think it's Saunders Garn. Yeah, it's not superwash. 100% merino wool, but it's pretty soft for Anyways, Darth Vader. The Stormtrooper will come next. It's black, all black. And my sister-in-law requested longer brims. But I think because the hats they have before were made for kids. And now they're big boys now. Mav is 9. Oh my word. So they definitely needed a bigger hat. This fits me, but tight. So I think it'll fit them just fine. Super excited about that. So, what else? Lots of hats. It's the hat season. I cannot wait for Christmas Eve, though, when I cast on something for myself. I have done no selfish knitting in like 2 months, and I'm missing it. All right. Another headband for the sale, which is on Saturday, so trying to make as much stuff for that as I can. This is a free pattern by Barocco, and it's so great. Uses half a skein. It's perfect. So I've been trying to do I had leftovers, so I use this with the leftovers of Mario, and this is the Double Sunday, and this is the Cascade, and this is Tin Can Knits Cartography hat, and I did I just love a double brim. They actually have double brim is in the pattern. Just makes it extra warm. It's a little big for me, but that would be perfect for somebody who has a larger head than me. But still so nice. I love it. Color work. I want to do more color work hats. I practiced up. Yeah. And this one. Antlers Toque. A lot of tin can knits. Antlers Toque. So fun. I did a double brim for this too. And this is longer too, so somebody who has a bigger head would fit perfect. It's my color though, isn't it? Yeah, I love it. It's so easy and memorizable, the pattern. I highly recommend this pattern if you want to learn cables. I also figured out how to do cables without a cable needle, so it went super fast. And this is just leftover yarn from my first stuffy, so this is acrylic. But, so it'll pill like a beast, but it is what it is. So, last but not least, I am obsessed with Laura Penrose's School Run headband. I made this one, again, yellow theme. So I held it yellow, this like a yellow There's green in it, you can see. And then a yellow mohair. It's so nice and soft. And yeah, I love this pattern so much. And the little picot edges. I haven't blocked it yet, but I think I'm going to give it a wash with the next one that I'm going to show you. And then the picot will stand out a bit more. I was going to give this away, but I kind of want to keep it now. I do have enough to make another one. Like, it takes no yarn. Very little yarn. Such a great gift idea, because I figured out it takes me, you knit 4 inches, you knit 8 inches, and I can do 2 inches in an hour. So what's that? 4 hours? 4 hours? Yeah. I'm a teacher. I should be able to do that math. 4 hours. Such a quick knit. So I've been making more. And this one, it's the latest one. I'm obsessed. Okay, look at that sparkle. So I went out. Northern Lights were supposed to be epic the last 2 nights. They weren't. We got shafted. But we went out looking for them, and it was snowing. It was a beautiful night. And the snow was all glistening, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I have silver yarn. So you can see it. So for this one, I held mohair and 1 thing of fingering, and then 1 of the silver sequins. I mean, so beautiful. So I'll show you. This is what I held together. Made this. So it's really cool. I always love how mohair changes things. So luxe. But, all right, I wanted to talk about this for a second. This is can't see it. How do I do this? There you go. Lang, I think it's Lang is the name brand. Silver sequins. I will not do this again. I will not be buying this again. Lessons learned. Tried something. It looks great, but it's a little scratchy. You know, it's not, but I mean, on your head, it's fine. Over your hair, it's going to be fine. You don't feel it so much here. I think it'll be fine, but it's definitely a con of this, besides it's looking fabulous, is a pro, but the con is it's not the softest. This definitely makes it scratchy. This also costs $18 for 123 yards, and that's all I have left. I don't even think it's enough for another project. I mean, maybe if I put it in, I did stripes with it, maybe, and a hat or something. Yeah, probably that's what I'll do. Add some silver stripes in a hat. But $18. So, like, that's an expensive, it's an expensive headband, because you've got, I mean, it took no fingering weight yarn, so that's not a big expense, but mohair is a little pricey. And then you've got an $18. Used almost all of it for this. But, so one-time deal. Lessons learned. That's okay. It looks fabulous still, so I'm super excited with that. I did buy, when I was at the store, this was in October, another one. And this is much more. This is 560 meters. And it is just gold thread. So I don't think it's going to have the same metallic thread effect as the sequins. I think it's the sequins in here that make it scratchy. So we're going to try it with this. The next one I'm going to make is this. I'm going to hold this yarn with this green and this together. And I think that'll look good. And this is, I think, a better deal. It was more money too. I'm pretty sure this one was $23. But you get way more bang for your buck. Yeah, 560 meters. Like, that's enough for many, many things. You could almost make be almost enough for how many meters do I use in a sweater? I use, I don't know meters. Because I'm always thinking in yards. This is the thing about being Canadian. You got to figure out so many different measurements. All right. That. Oh, and then this. I think maybe I'll make this into another one. Like, literally, it takes no yarn. But we'll see if I get there or not. It is Saturday, 1:30 here, and I have all day. I've got nothing to do, so I have to go to the store next to get groceries, but that won't take me long. And I'm just knitting. Getting ready for Christmas. The Christmas crunch. And looking forward to casting on something for myself. I don't know what. I am not going to bring any yarn with me. Oh, the mohair. Mohair's everywhere. Ah! The column of mohair floats in the air everywhere. I'm not bringing any yarn home with me because I have a lot at home. I'm just going to find something in my stash that inspires me and cast on something. And yeah, so it was a little longer than normal, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And, you know, feel free to give it a like if you made it this far. I feel awkward saying that, but it does help. It really does. Yeah. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas. And I'll see you when I see you. All right, take care.